Growing up in school, I learned a lot about math, science, history, but you know they didn't teach me how to take care of my body. With obesity levels at an all-time high and rising every day, I think it's criminal that proper nutrition and fitness are not taught in schools. Instead, you learn that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I still don't really know what that means, but it's helped me with my meme education. So with that in mind, here are 7 food hacks I wish they would have taught me in school. The first is that there's only really 3 supplements that you need, and you don't even need them, but they're the most studied. Let me explain. Protein, creatine, and caffeine. Beyond this, all of the supplements are mostly a placebo effect or do little to nothing, and they just don't have that many studies to go along with them. These 3, however, have thousands and thousands of studies. And you don't even need these because take protein, for example. You can totally get enough protein just from eating whole foods in your diet, so you don't need it per se. And then you can take caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant and it will help you have more energy, be a little more focused. However, your body does build up a tolerance to it, and so the more consistently you're taking caffeine, the more and more you'll have to take. By just getting a good night's rest, eating whole foods, exercising, doing resistance training, you probably won't even need it. And then creatine. This stuff is truly magical. It's the most studied, super safe to take, helps with muscle growth, muscle recovery, brain cognition, a whole lot of stuff. And it's very safe to take. Plus, you don't really need to cycle on and off. You can just take 5 grams a day, every day, and call it good. Easy, cheap, wonderful. Eating calories versus burning calories. I always kind of knew what calories were, but I had no idea just how important they were. I didn't know that jar of Nutella I washed down when I was 12 years old was over 5,000 calories, or that whole Little Caesars pizza that I eat at 14 was over 3,000. I also didn't know it would only take 10 seconds to eat 2 whole Oreos, but that it would take 10 minutes of running to burn it off. When you really understand the difference between eating and burning calories and how much harder it is to just burn 100 calories than it is to eat it, I guarantee you it'll give you some extra motivation to skip out on those extra calories. Food density. How come when I eat a family-sized bag of chips, it does nothing to me, but one chicken breast and I start to feel it right away? Well, yes, there's the fact that protein is more satiating than carbs, especially super processed carbs, but it's not just that. If a food literally weighs more, it will probably fill you up more. If you actually ate a pound of chips, it would probably be close to as filling as a pound of chicken. However, the calories would probably be 10 times. Now, this isn't a perfect rule, and of course all the macronutrients are really important, but it's a super quick and easy way to tell if that food you're about to eat is gonna fill you or not. That fluffy donut, probably not, but that huge steak, oh yeah. Grocery store layouts. It took a long time for me to realize that most of the healthy food are on the perimeter of the grocery store. The middle sections are where all of the ultra-processed, super highly palatable, carb-heavy, sugar-heavy foods are. And I know it's not super realistic to only shop the perimeter and never go down those middle aisles, but try this one out the next time you go to the grocery store. Start on the outside and go all the way around the store first. Your cart will start to get full and it'll be mostly healthy foods. They'll also be refrigerated foods, and so you'll have more incentive to get out of there. So hopefully you won't spend as much time down the junk aisles. Did you know that studies have shown that those are pageants. Studies have shown that participants in weight loss studies have lost more weight drinking diet sodas than water? And we're talking about an 8-pound difference across a year. It's weird to hear at first, but then it actually makes a lot of sense. Diet sodas don't have any calories, but it can cure that little sweet tooth that you have that water just won't. So you'll be less likely to hopefully reach for that donut or ice cream at the end of the day. There's lots of research out there that pretty much shows there's no long-term side effects from drinking, artificial sweeteners and all that in a reasonable amount, okay? There's always those people who are like, oh, well, look at this one person who drank 15 diet sodas every single day for 30 years. Don't do that. But if you're gonna have a drink, do diet. Now, is it optimal to do no sugar, no artificial sweeteners whatsoever? Get perfectly strict? Probably, but we're not optimal. We're humans, okay? So drink those diet-free sodas and enjoy sugar-free Jell-O. There's a life hack. And actually, going off that last one, don't drink your calories. This one's probably a lot more well known, but it's worth repeating. There's so much soda and juice and alcohol out there. You can waste so many calories just drinking it away and you don't even feel it. And in most cases, there's absolutely zero nutritional value. Quite literally, alcohol doesn't have any protein, carbs, or fat and has 7 calories per gram. But because life isn't fair, they're one of the easiest things to find and they're so dang good. They're cheap, they taste great, and they are readily available wherever you go. Now, if you didn't know, 3,500 calories is equivalent to about a pound of body weight, meaning if you eat an extra 3,500 calories, you'll gain 1 pound. And I know a lot of people who are drinking sodas orange juice or alcohol every single day. And if you think about it, if they just stopped drinking 500 calories every day but ate the same amount, they would lose about a pound every single week. Or the opposite, by drinking an extra 500 calories every day, they could be putting on a pound a week or 50 pounds a year. Just imagine if they switched this out for water or, again, diet soda. Now, it took me a while to realize this, but sleep has a major effect on your nutrition. The worse you sleep, probably the more you're gonna eat. And there's some fancy schmancy science that backs this up. Basically, there are two reasons for this. So lack of sleep is associated with higher levels of the hormone ghrelin, which increases appetite, and lower levels of the hormone leptin, which leads to feeling less full. Basically, you're getting double teamed by hormones. The second reason is pretty straightforward. The longer you're awake, the longer you have to eat. So for me, sometimes it's 9 p.m. and I know I should go to bed, but instead I'm up watching a new show. Well, a couple hours later, I am too tired to cook. It's 11 o'clock at night and I'm hungry again, so I'm just gonna reach for whatever's available, and that's gonna be quick carbs. Not saying carbs are bad, but they're not really satiating, it's not building your muscle, while the quick ones are highly overprocessed. So getting a solid 7 to 8 hours of sleep will help you immensely. Anyways, these are the things I wish they had taught me in school. Let me know down in the comments if you think I missed any. See you in the next one, and hit that subscribe button.